Good morning, CWA family. All right. I'm Dennis Traynor. I'm the Vice President of CWA District 1. And I'm really excited to introduce the next speaker of this conference, who happens to be the next Speaker of the House of Representatives, Hakeem Jeffries. I'd say that Leader Jeffries has been with us since day one in Congress. But it's actually the case that Leader Jeffries has been with us since before day one. When Leader Jeffries was an assembly member representing Brooklyn, workers at Cablevision were organizing with CWA and facing horrible union busting. Leader Jeffries consistently showed up to our union meetings to help the workers know that he had their backs, and he made sure that the company knew that too. When he made it to Congress, Cablevision's outrageous behavior was still going on. And what did he do? He held hearings, wrote letters on our behalf, and even now, as House Democratic leader, he has our backs. I'm going to tell you something that may seem a little bit small, but it's actually huge. Each party in the House gets 10 bill numbers reserved. The majority party gets H.R. 1 through 10, and the minority gets 11 through 20. They save those bills for the ones that are most crucial, bills that are at the core of the party's agenda, bills they care about the most. It's a sign that even if the makeup of the current Congress won't allow it, they're going to fight however long they need to in order to make sure that those bills become law. Well, with Hakeem Jeffries as leader, he has now made the PRO Act as one of those 10 bills. So he is now in a much more powerful position, but he still puts us at the core of what he does and what he fights for every single day. He fights for us, and he has our backs, and CWA has his back, and we are committed to take back the House. Are we going to take back the House? Are we going to take back the House? If we're ready, let's stand now and welcome our friend, our champion, the next Speaker of the House, Hakeem Jeffries.
CWA in the House right now? Are you ready to re-elect President Joe Biden? Are you ready to help Democrats take back control of the United States House of Representatives? What an honor and a privilege to be with all of you here today. Of course, let me thank President Cummings for his incredible leadership, his friendship, his support, all that he does as one of the nation's leading labor leaders, and we so greatly appreciate him and the partnership that he has with us as House Democrats. Certainly to Vice President Traynor, thank you, Dennis, for those very kind words of introduction. And of course, District 1, the work that you do, 1180, all of the amazing labor leaders from back home in New York. It's been an honor to stand with you repeatedly, an honor to stand with organized labor and CWA. As a member of the New York State Assembly, it's been an honor to stand with CWA as a United States Congressman from the 8th Congressional District, and I'm going to continue to stand with you as House Democratic leader and beyond, and beyond. Because your values are our values, and our values are your values. We appreciate what you, CWA, and the labor movement does for the American people. I'm a child myself of a union household. Know that I stand before you today because of that background, because of that upbringing, because of the sacrifices that my parents made and the opportunities that the union afforded to them, my younger brother and myself. We know that in America, when you work hard and play by the rules, you should be able to provide a comfortable living for yourself and for your family, purchase a home, educate your children, have access to high-quality health care, go on vacation every now and then, and one day retire with grace and dignity. That's the American dream, and no one has done more to promote the great American dream than organized labor, which is why we will always stand with you. Your values are our values, and our values are your values. And certainly we have a lot to be proud of in terms of the work that has been done. Much more that we need to do to lower housing costs, to end corporate price gouging, to make sure that we are making life more affordable for the American people, that we're building a healthy economy from the middle out and the bottom up, as opposed to the top down. There's a lot of work that together we need to do. But we can also be proud of the work that has occurred. President Biden and House Democrats rescued the economy from a once-in-a-century pandemic, put shots in arms, money in pockets, kids back in school, and together saved the pensions of more than 1 million members of organized labor, including tens of thousands of CWA members. We did that together. Together with you, President Biden and House Democrats are fixing our crumbling infrastructure, creating millions of good-paying union jobs, including by making sure that there's high-speed broadband internet access in every single community, and we want those jobs that will be created to be good-paying CWA union jobs. We've done that together. Together, we passed gun safety legislation for the first time in 30 years that will save lives, that broke the back of the NRA. We recognize, of course, that more needs to be done, but that's a foundation to get these weapons of war out of our communities that are not used to hunt deer, but they're used to hunt children and human beings. But we laid the foundation by decisively defeating the NRA. We've done it once. Together, we can do it again. We also stood together in providing our veterans who were dealing with painful exposure to toxic substances, burn pits, and Agent Orange, but without access to health care to live a decent life. And now, because of the PACT Act, more than 1 million veterans and their families have access to the health care that they need to live a life of dignity and respect. We've done that together. And these are just the highlights. Together, we passed the CHIPS and Science Act to bring domestic manufacturing jobs back home to the United States of America, as opposed to our jobs being shipped overseas. And together, we're going to make sure that we structure the tax code to reward keeping our jobs at home, not shipping our jobs overseas. And lastly, together, we enacted the largest effort to combat the climate crisis in the history of the world in order to stand up a clean energy economy and create a sustainable planet. And in standing up that clean energy economy, make sure that there were legislative protections built in so that the jobs that are created would be good-paying union jobs for our future. That's what we're doing together. And of course, as part of the Inflation Reduction Act, we're dramatically lowering the price of life-saving prescription drugs, including taking the price of insulin, which prior to the passage of the Inflation Reduction Act would cost the average American family about $4,000 a year, but because of the action that we've taken for millions of Americans, is capped at $35 a month, and we're just getting started. The D in Democrat stands for deliver. We're not going backward. We're going to keep moving forward, and we're going to put working families, organized labor, and the middle class first. as compared to what we see from the other side of the aisle, tax cuts for the wealthy, the well-off, and the well-connected. It's a big difference between who we are and who they are. And we also believe that diversity is a strength. It's not a weakness. I look out at all of you. You look like America. What stands behind me, these amazing members from New York, they look like America. We believe that our diversity is a strength. It is not a weakness. We are a nation of immigrants, a gorgeous mosaic of people from across the world. Dr. King once made the observation, we may have come over on different ships, but we're all in the same boat now. We're white, we are black, we are Latino, we are Asian, we are Native American, we're Christian, we're Jewish, we're Muslim, we're Hindu, we're religious, we're secular, we're gay, we're straight, we're young, we're older, we're women, we are men, we are citizens, we are dreamers, but out of many, we are one. That's what makes America a great country, and no matter what kind of xenophobic behavior is coming from the other side of the aisle, we're not going to let them take that away from us. Not now, not ever. This is America. You are America. We are America. And together, we're going to make life better for the American people. God bless you. God bless CWA. God bless the United States of America. Let's go win this thing in November.